I understand this about God. Even if I can't reach you, if I can reach the throne, God can reach anybody in the earth. As long as I can reach the throne, God has a way of doing what he can do. And he can touch anybody he wants. In a dream, he can shoot it into their heart. I know God will be able to grab it. Somehow, Ebed-Melek heard. Which also tells me this. He had to have some space, some bandwidth in his life where he was not so consumed with his own deliverance that he could hear the voice of God and go on behalf of Jeremiah to the king. That's intercession. Intercession comes from a place where you hear about a need, you hear about a concern, you hear about somebody who's in trouble, and you've got enough bandwidth in your life where you're not so consumed. Your prayer life is not always concerned simply with what you need from God, but you can go on behalf of somebody else and say, God, I stand here today like Moses did in between life and death. He goes to the king and he says to the king, we don't go to an earthly king. We go to him who the Bible says the entire government rests upon his shoulders. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, sovereign God. He says this, he goes to the king in intercession on behalf of Jeremiah. Jeremiah's in the cistern. He can't get out. He can't go to the king, but he went to the father. The father says to Ebed-Melek, you got to go to the king. And now in intercession, I got to stand before you, king, on behalf of Jeremiah. There are some people that God has called you to stand in between life and death on their behalf. They don't even know how to call upon the Lord. Their marriage is in trouble. Their kids are in trouble. Their grandchildren's in trouble. They're in the middle of a health crisis, a financial crisis, an anxiety crisis. They don't understand what's going on in their life. Fear is literally overwhelming them. I was talking to somebody just this week who reminded me that their daughter was going through some stuff, anxiety crippling, going through in their life. And I know it's my job in that moment. God, I'm standing here. She doesn't even know how to call. So I'm going to call on her behalf. Who is God asking you to stand on behalf of?